Wherefore, Series 3, Episode 25. Lars has been having a lot of fun with his promotional material. All of it features photos of him, looking fabulous and godlike. The trick is to get the balance right with the text, suggestive but not too suggestive. He's not yet found a way to use the word organic to his liking. No hill too big, no order too small has worked for him in the past, but it's time to go beyond that. My thighs bring all the milkshake to your yard might just work. There will have to be a footnote about organic milk and vegan alternatives. He's especially enthused about his developing relationship with Virtuous Vice, which started because the owner, Elizabeth, kept hiring him to bring her stuff. Lars has no qualms about entertaining older women by bringing them things so they can admire his thighs. He's equally happy to perform the same small service for gentlemen, people of any age, non-binary folk. Anyone who wants to gaze upon the majesty of his thighs is welcome to do so. Elizabeth has seen the potential in pairing his thighs with her virtuous treats, although not in a direct contact sort of way. Not yet. He's not sure Stroud is ready for carefully positioned date balls. 3 unrelated people have already asked if he's going to do a calendar. 2 of them were producers who also intimated that their produce, carefully positioned, would work well in such a calendar. He's tempted. The big sourdough loaves will be easy enough to work with. The donuts are going to require a bit more thought. He keeps wondering if the beeswax wrap people will want to get involved. Lars quite likes making money, but the great joy of his life is being admired. He invests hours of his time in maintaining his physical beauty. It's not about selling his thighs, face or fabulous shoulders for cash. It's about having the cash to keep every part of his body fabulous, so that people will look at him admiringly. It's not really about the sex. Lars has a fairly average level of enthusiasm on that score. He certainly doesn't want to have sex with everyone. He does, however, want everyone to want to have sex with him and to look at him in that hungry way he finds so rewarding. Something to make your mouth water would go as well as a headline on any image where he's holding a food product, he decides. Perhaps he could find a local company making massage oil or skin cream. He had one poster with bike oil and a comment about needing something greasing, but he never quite felt it worked for him. Also, there's got to be something that can be done around the notion of getting up hills. I love getting up hills to bring you something organic. It might work. Christmas feels like a long way off, but there will be a lot to do to make a calendar happen. He'd need 12 suitable clients who liked the idea of their product barely covering his groin. He will also need a photographer, although he has a feeling that in Stroud that won't be hard. There will be plenty of people comfortable with this sort of work. He decides it should happen. Stroud needs a naked Lars calendar. A little ping from his phone tells Lars that it's time to get back on the bike. He's got a client near the town centre who buys all kinds of odd things from local producers and has him pick them up and bring them to her. Today he's collecting cider from Slimbridge, which is quite a run. He wonders if she's working up to having a market stall or a shop or some such. She always pays him a tip as well. He sets off with good cheer. Lars has no idea that he's been enchanted by the Wizard Whitminster. She's got her heart set on his Christmas calendar, amongst other things. It's not like Lars needed a lot of enchanting or tipping to think this is a good idea. Now all she needs is 6 more fit and sexy young people to bike produce around the district, and she will be able to move forward with a few of her schemes. Whitminster has been giving a lot of thought to local food production and distribution. She's alert to the climate chaos implications for food and business alike. Fossil-free produce movement is clearly going to matter. Having systems in place to get food from growers to consumers is a key consideration. How many people like Lars will she need to move sufficient food to feed the district? What will happen if local sourcing changes the way that money moves locally? That's especially interesting. Far too much money vanishes into the hands of supermarkets, big companies, property owners, shareholders. Her magic would work so much more effectively with a proper circular local economy underpinning it. Then she would be unstoppable. She would be the most powerful of the local wizards. And yes, there is a certain kind of magical power in Lars's thighs, but he's not a deliberate wizard, and he's proving easy to manipulate, and she does not anticipate any real problems. Although, in fairness, anticipating real problems is not what Whitminster does best.